Hey guys, welcome back. We're doing another work week vlog this week. So it is currently a Tuesday morning at the bright and early time of 6 a.m. I start work at 8, so I have to leave by 7:15 today. This week is exciting because we're going on vacation on Sunday. So yeah, I need to get ready for that. I need to pack. I feel like I have a lot of stuff to do before we leave for vacation. So yeah, my husband's also in medical school, if you didn't know, and he's taking one of his board exams on Friday. So it's just kind of like a big week, you know. I thought I would just take you guys along for the ride. So that's what we're doing this week. I also wanted to highlight my workout routine specifically in this vlog because I have just been on point with my workouts. Okay, I hate to brag, but like I'm also just, you know, giving myself the pat on the back that she deserves because I have two not subscription services. I have two memberships to two different studios in the Milwaukee area. One is Solid Core, which that's not specific to the Milwaukee area, but one of them is Solid Core and the other one is 8th State Hot Yoga. So I've just been really enjoying going to classes at both of those, specifically 8th State. And I think part of it is because I used to go through ClassPass on 8th State, but then they stopped being like a partner with them. So now they just have their own kind of membership service. But I've just been able to get in so many more of the classes than I was prior to when I was just using ClassPass. Like I've been able to get into a lot of the Pilates classes, a lot of the sculpt classes that I wasn't really able to before. So I've just been utilizing it so much. And I've been frankly just in love, if I'm being completely honest. So yeah, I wanted to kind of highlight my workout routine for a normal week in my life, especially when I'm working. I meant to start this yesterday and then time just kind of got away from me. So on Mondays, I typically do a Pilates class at noon, and then I do a sculpt class at 6 and an unwind class at 7. Those are all through 8th State. The mat Pilates classes are so much fun. I mean, I love Solid Core Pilates classes too, but those are just really fun, the 8th State ones. So that's normally what I do on a Monday, but yesterday I just couldn't go to the Pilates class at noon because I had my allergy injection then, so couldn't do that, but I still made it to sculpt and the unwind class. So that's what I normally do Mondays. Tuesdays are a Solid Core day, so that's what we're gonna do tonight. And then I'll take you guys along for the rest of my week. I need coffee though because I haven't had any coffee yet. Coffee time. Ice maker has been leaking and it's making me so sad. 1, because I just love the ice maker, and 2, because I love nugget ice, and 3, because I can't figure out what's wrong with it. So yeah, if you guys have any ideas, it's leaking out of the bottom. I think I need to maybe clean like one of the filters that's in there. I already tried doing it once and I was successful for like 3 days. It didn't leak and then it went right back to leaking, so that's great. Anyways, I have my cute little silicone ice blocks now, which is completely fine, and I'm just being dramatic that my ice maker's not working. But yeah, that's all I had to say about the ice. I don't know why I decided to complain about that at this time of the morning. It does make a very satisfying noise though. Listen. I could listen to this all day. Like I could listen to that all day. Oh, so good. I've typically been making my coffee with the cookies and cream protein powder from Clean Simple Eats, but I ran out. So I'm back on my white chocolate peppermint flavor, and then it goes the best with the Chobani white chocolate mocha creamer. It's just a combo that's fantastic. And no, it doesn't taste like Christmas in my opinion. I mean, like if it was Christmas season, then yes, I'd be like, oh yeah, this tastes like Christmas. But it's quite a versatile flavor. after work, and I'm just gonna be totally real with you guys. I spent the last like 45 minutes just debating whether or not I want to cancel my workout class tonight. If you guys don't know, I'm on a Zepbound journey, and Zepbound tends to make people have some digestive problems, and I have been struggling so much with constipation for the last month, honestly. Like, especially the last week, I've had such intense stomach pains because I've just been so backed up, and I've taken laxatives and they like kind of work, but then it just, if I'm not consistently taking it, then it just stops working, which I guess that's how medication works. Right? Okay, cool. Yeah, I have a pretty intense tummy ache right now, but I'm already here and the class starts in like 15 minutes, and I'm really just trying to like tell myself to power through and go, but I really don't want to. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, there's actually nothing I think I want to do less right now, but maybe go run outside. I think I'd prefer to do my solid core class than go run outside, but it has nothing to do with the fact that I don't want to work out. It's just that I feel crappy, and when I feel crappy, I don't want to do anything, as I think most people do. So anyways, that's where my brain is at right now. I'm really struggling. But I'm telling myself that it is a privilege that I even just get to, first of all, go to these classes, but second of all, it's a privilege that I can move my body in this way, and I'm just going to choose to be grateful for the fact that I can move my body. I work with patients all day who have issues with that, so I feel like that, you know, I need to keep that in perspective, that I am able to move my body and I am pain-free in my muscles and my joints. I have pain in my belly, but exercise helps with motility. So we're gonna go to the class. I've just decided. I'm gonna give you guys a book update because that's what I feel like doing right now. So I am currently listening / reading to The Dawn of the Cursed Queen. This is the third book in the Gods and Monsters series. I was in such a book slump at the end of January. I can't even tell you how many books I started and then did not finish, and like read like 30% and then just did nothing after that. I was like over it. I'm sorry, the lighting is so poor in this car right now, but so yeah, that was kind of like the end of my January, and then I really got into a book. What book was that? Oh, Mad Mabel. It was a arc that I got, an e-arc, and that kind of got my ball rolling with books again. So I read Mad Mabel, then I read Half City, which was in my Art of Arc, not my Art of Arc, it was in my why can't I think of the name? L'Oreal subscription box for the month of February. And then I was just kind of like back in my fantasy zone. So I'm currently listening to, like I said, A Dawn of the Cursed Queen. And I'm reading it on my Kobo, plus I'm also listening to it on Audible. I will say it's been a little bit of time between when I read the second book and now when I'm starting this one, so I had to refresh my brain a little bit, and I also had to refresh my brain on some of the character names because I forgot them, but it's all kind of coming back to me as I read it, so that's good at least. But anyways, that's kind of where we're at. I really need to get dressed now to go to my workout class because I have it in 3 minutes, or at least I can enter in 3 minutes. Wednesday night, and I just realized that a lot of my clips that I've been filming have not had audio. So that's really sad. But anyways, I have no idea where my audio stopped working, so basically I'm just going to do a little recap. So yesterday I did my solid core class. I did not want to go, but I forced myself to go, and I was really happy that I went. I felt great afterwards. My tummy felt better. Yeah, it was just a great time. And then today I had work, and it was a good day at work. And then I went to my sculpt class with my friend, and in one of the clips that I was saying, I just felt like I have really made a good improvement with my cardiovascular health. Like in particular, like I used to have to stop moving my body because I was huffing air. Like I could not get enough air in my body. But now I can like do the cardio sequence, and I can basically go through the whole class, and I'm stopping because I'm tired, but not because I can't breathe. So I just feel like that's a win. That's a win. Also, going to workout classes with your friends is amazing. I really enjoy it. One of my friends has been joining me on some of my workout classes, and it's just been so fun. Like it's just been like such a great time. So anyways, I am home now. I did get a package, which like coming home to a package, there's nothing like it. Okay, it's elite. There's just something about coming home to a package that makes me so excited. And it is some pre-order books from Target. It's not like super exciting or anything, to be honest. And then I kind of feel like I want maybe fish for dinner. I'm not quite sure. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm gonna look in the fridge and kind of see what we have. And then we're gonna make some dinner. And then I'm gonna get ready for bed. And all I wanna do is read, to be totally honest. So I'm currently reading A Dawn of the Cursed Queen, I think is the name of it. It's the third book in the Gods and Monsters series from Amber V. Nicole. I am in a zone right now where I just want to finish books in a series that I'm in the middle of. I'm in the middle of two like pretty intense fantasy series right now, and that's Gods and Monsters and the Blood and Ash series and Flesh and Fire series. So I guess that's technically three, but I'm in the middle of those, and I just like want to finish them, to be frank, which the Blood and Ash series, that's going to be a chore because that series is fat. Let me tell you, like those are some thick books, but I do want to finish A Dawn of Cursed Queen, whatever the title is. I do want to finish that like within the next week. So I think I'm going to make that like my current focus. I do have it on audio as well, so I can always listen to it on audio as well. But I just have so many series that I want to read, and I want to like get through them before I forget stuff, you know? And I don't want to start the other series until I finished these series, because otherwise I'm going to forget what happens. And then I always have to end up doing like a recap because I forget what I read, and it's just like a whole thing. So I am focusing on finishing / continuing books that I'm in the middle of a series, that whole thing. But let me show you the books that I got pre-ordered from Target. Here's little Miss Mia. She is so cute. She's got a bath too. It's nice and stanky, but you know, like the good kind of stanky. Okay, here they are, guys. These are the next two books in the Binding 13 series, and these are the Target special editions, which I love. I did not like the normal covers or the deluxe special edition covers that were like at Barnes & Noble. For whatever reason, I just like didn't like them, but I love the white cover. I love it. I'm in it. I love this. So I have been getting them as they've been released. I think the first few, I'm looking at them over my bookshelf. I think the first few were released like last fall at some point, and then they came out with some other ones in December / January, and then the last two were just released like now, I think. So yeah, I pre-ordered them because I knew that I wanted to get the complete matching set. I love them. I just feel like they look so pretty on the shelf, and I am gonna start reading this series at some point, but I didn't want to start the series until I had all of the Target exclusive editions, just because if I get so into this, like I'm just gonna want to read and read and read. Plus I am trying to do a better job of like finishing series that I'm in the middle of. I'm okay like being in the middle of a series that's like an interconnected standalone, like that's fine with me, but if it's like a series that like kind of like plays off the next one and I have to remember stuff, you know, like that's where I'm struggling because I don't remember. The second I get into another book, I'm remembering, like I'm very present in the moment, and I don't always do a very good job of like remembering like hardcore details or anything like that in previous books that I've read. One of my friends at work, like I swear has like a photographic memory or something. Like she can remember every single detail of like every Sarah J Maas book that we've ever read. Like she's read all of them and she just remembers them. Like she's so good at it, and I suck. I'm so bad at it. When I'm in the middle of a book, I'm just like in the middle of the book, and then when I'm on to the next thing, I'm on to the next thing. And frankly, that is kind of like my entire life. Like I am very present in the moment, and when I am not giving my attention to other things, I tend to just like kind of forget about them. I'm working on it. You know, I think we all have our growing edges. Anyways, that got a little bit philosophical. My dog is now growling at me and I'm hungry, so let's make some dinner. I am in my bed, clearly, with my ski jumping pajamas in honor of the Olympics, because I can't ski jump. I can't jump. I can't ski. I can't do any of that. I'm also calling ski jumping the flying squirrel because it looks like a flying squirrel, and I think that's really fun. Anyways, I am just getting ready to read my book I read while I was at dinner, and I did have a new purchase that I just like wanted to share with you guys because, as we all know, I'm an avid reader and I love little gadgets and technology and such, and Kobo is having a sale. This is not sponsored, by the way. I would literally cry of happiness if I got sponsored by them. Anyways, I got the Kobo Libra color for my birthday from my husband, and I have been obsessed with it. I have loved it so much. I love the buttons. I love the buttons, and I love the color. Like, I feel like I could never go back to a black and white e-reader anymore because I am just obsessed with the color. I love seeing my books in color, and it honestly makes me not want to purchase as many books like physically because I have the colored version on my e-reader. And Kobo was having a sale over Valentine's Day. Well, it is currently around Valentine's Day, so it still might be going on when I post this. But anyways, they were having a sale for Valentine's Day. I also saw one of my favorite YouTubers talking about the Kobo Clara color, which is basically like the Kindle Paperwhite, but the Kobo version and in color. It's basically like the Kindle Color Softs version, but the Kobo version of that. And I was so intrigued by it. One, because it's smaller than the Kindle, and I don't know, for whatever reason that like just really intrigued me, and so I went ahead and I bought it. I have it here. It is significantly smaller than the Kobo Libra color. Like, it's quite a bit smaller. I should probably lighten these up so it's a better depiction. So it's like the same height, but it's quite a chunk smaller. Like, I would say like almost a full, if not a full inch smaller in terms of width. So yeah, I've been just kind of playing around with this, deciding like my thoughts on it and stuff, and I personally like really love it. I'm kind of making this my work e-reader. Like, I know that's excessive. Like, we don't need a work e-reader, but I read kind of often at work. Like, I wouldn't say it's every day that I get a chance to read, but I end up reading like quite a bit, and so I'm always toting around my my Kobos and my different e-readers, and I'm bringing them up and downstairs and whatever. It's just, I just wanted it. I'm making excuses. But so far I'm really, really liking this. I kind of want to do like a whole e-reader review because I have tried a significant amount of e-readers and I do have thoughts. I have thoughts about which ones I really like, what I wish, like what my perfect e-reader would be. And yeah, I just honestly love trying different e-readers. It's very, very fun for me. So I do have both of them now, and I've been kind of enjoying this one a little bit more just because it's so tiny and I can hold it like in one hand. I am 5'4" and I just have really small hands. Like I've never been able to put my fingers all the way around my wrist. Like no matter what size I've never been able to do that. Even at my like thinnest in high school, I've never been able to do that. So I just have like smaller hands and I can never hold an e-reader like comfortably in one hand except for this one. And I feel like that's a big pro for people like me who want to hold it in one hand but can't. Anyways, the other thing I got from the Kobo website was this little clicker. I do have a clicker that you can put around like a Kindle because it has like a little, like a sensor on it. But this one is like a specific Kobo one and it connects via Bluetooth to your Kobos, which I thought was really cool. So I have only tried it out a couple times, so I don't really know if I feel like it's completely worth it. I will continue to review and get back to you guys. But yeah. I was using it today when I was eating. I was eating with my right hand and clicking with my left. And then I had my Kobo like sitting up on the stand and that actually worked fantastic. Like that was a very enjoyable reading experience, especially for eating because sometimes eating can get a little bit like, you know, like you don't want to touch your screen, whatever. I don't know. So yeah, anywho's, I'm going to continue reading. This is my CPAP. If you don't know, I have a CPAP. It is in fact my best friend. I absolutely love it. It's changed my life. But I'm going to continue reading my book. And so far I am, what am I on? I'm only on chapter 3. Oh, one thing I will say about a Kobo is that the page numbers are not the same. So on a Kindle, it kind of adapts where if you read like 2 Kindle pages, it won't change until you've actually changed like what the physical copy would be. But on a Kobo, it does not do that. Like it'll say like this book has 1,041 pages. I know for a fact it doesn't have that many, and I'm on page 32. So it kind of creates its own like page number depending on the font, the margin sizes, and all that kind of stuff. So that's one thing I wish that they could change on the Kobo. Like I want it to be the same as like my physical book or closer to it. Anyways, I'm gonna continue reading my book. I'm sipping on some honey lavender tea right now with agave in it. I have been loving tea at night, honestly. I used to drink like a poppy at night every night, but I've been really liking tea lately, so we're gonna stick with that. I'm just gonna read my book and have a nice little cozy night. So yeah, I'm gonna listen to my brown noise and lock in. morning, you guys. It is Sunday. I did just want to do a little bit of an update because I didn't film Thursday or Friday. It just kind of got a little hectic, so we'll do a little recap. On Thursday, I went to Active Flow with one of my friends. It was so much fun. I thoroughly enjoyed my time. I felt like I was able to do a lot more of the flexibility parts of the class that I normally am not able to do because I'm not flexible, but I feel like I'm getting to be more flexible, and my balance, 10 out of 10 better. Let's just say that. 110% growth. I have been able to do like a warrior 3 pose with transitions without needing to put my foot down, and I'm pretty proud of myself, not gonna lie. And then in solid core yesterday, it was a Latino girls Galentine's Day solid core class. It was so much fun. At the time I'm filming this, it's February, well, today's February 14th. Yesterday was 13th. Friday nights are always Latino inspired at solid core where I go. And I just love it because if you didn't know, I used to live in Guatemala, and it just gives me such positive memories of my time there. That part of my life was like one of my favorite parts of my life, to be completely honest. So like to have classes and cultures and stuff like that that remind me of my time there is just like super special. So I always like to go to the Latina classes on Friday nights, and it just brings me so much joy. So yesterday was a Galentine's Day theme, and they also had a DJ, and it was so much fun. I absolutely loved it. And yeah, I just felt like I was super strong yesterday. The vibes were so high in that class. Like it was just so empowering to be like a woman in that class. I just had such a fun time. So I felt really strong. My core is getting so incredibly strong. Like I can almost do all of the core exercises without having to take a break now, like consistently. I'm almost at 50 classes, so I think I'm gonna have to bump up my springs a little bit. But yeah, overall just like really happy, very proud of myself. I feel like I'm finally seeing some really consistent changes in my fitness, and that's making me incredibly happy. So yesterday I started a new audiobook because I was like, I need an audiobook in my life, you know, like I just needed one. And yes, I could be listening to The Dawn of Cursed Queens technically on audio, but I prefer to read that book. I don't know, I'm just like in the mood to read physically that book, so I am going to continue reading that one. But I started Haunting Adeline because it's a like graphic audio, and I love the graphic audios. So I started that, and I am hooked. I am like in that book. So it is available on Kindle Unlimited, so I think I'm gonna just sit down and read a little bit before I have to go to my class. My first class today starts at 9, and it's an active flow class, and then my second class is at 11:15, and it's a Pilates class. So really excited about those two, but I do just like really want to read Haunting Adeline, so I think that's what I'm gonna do right now. I read last night, and I listened to the audiobook like consistently throughout the day when I had it time to, and I believe I'm like 22% of the way through. Whenever I have this little charm on here, Mia loves to eat it. Okay, so yes, I'm on page 134 of 616. It says I'm 22% of the way through, so I'm just going to continue reading this. I'm just going to give a little synopsis about this though, if you don't know anything about this book. So basically it's about a person who is stalking this other woman who's inherited this giant Gothic mansion from her grandma, and as she's living in this Gothic mansion, she's discovering that her grandma was also stalked while she was living there, but her grandma kind of liked it. So it's a very interesting story. If you don't like dark romance, Gothic romance, I would not recommend this book for you. Let's just put it that way. Our main character too, the male main character, he is sort of like a vigilante because he ex-nays people who hurt children. So there's that component to it, which is really dark. I will say that. There's like scenes that are quite dark in there, but he is kind of like a vigilante, like Dexter type character. So I'm sorry that the lighting in here is getting a little weird. I need to like lean over. Okay, I just had to reposition my camera because it was like cutting me in half. But our main character is kind of like a vigilante Dexter-ish type character. So he's attacking people who are doing really bad things. So writing is good in my opinion. I really like it. It's keeping me very engaged. And the other thing I really like about it is that there's obviously this sense of mystery because we're trying to figure out like why / who the grandma was stalked by, but we're also trying to figure out why / who the main female character is being stalked by. So there is kind of like this Criminal Minds, like true crime vibe to it, but in a gothic dark romance setting. And it's beautiful. I love it. The descriptions of like the house and the atmosphere are super detailed, so you almost like feel like you're walking into the house and you can like lay it out in your mind. It's awesome. Absolutely love it. The graphic audio is amazing. I got it for like $4 on Audible, so great deal there. But again, like I said before, it's also on Kindle Unlimited, so I'm just gonna sit down and continue to read on my Kindle. And let's see, what time is it? It's 7:43. I probably need to get ready around like 8:15, so I have a good like half hour to read. So that's what we're gonna do. Like I said, I'm starting on page 134, so we'll see how much we get through. Okay, I'm not that far into my reading, but I just wanted to say that I just love this author and how she is making this book like a feminist book, but also about a woman being stalked. Like it's almost like a juxtaposition, but very eloquently done in my opinion. So one thing that I love is that she's portraying God as a woman, which amazing. Anytime she has the word God, the pronoun associated with it is she, and it's capitalized, and I love that. I absolutely love that. Second of all, the female main character is a badass, okay? Like she confronts the stalker, and like I just got to a point where she like confronted the stalker, and she was just unafraid, hardcore, everything I would want to be if I was confronting my stalker, and I love that. And then third of all, there's a scene towards the beginning of the book where this person was really just like not talking about women nicely, and the male main character shared his rage at what the other character was saying, and it was beautiful. I just felt seen and heard, you know, by our male main character. It was awesome. I loved it. If you want like a badass feminist book that's really dark, this is a good book for you. Anyways, we're gonna get back to reading. We are all done with my workout classes for the day, and I'm feeling really good. I'm excited to go on vacation, and I can't wait. I'm gonna try to vlog a little bit while I'm there, but I don't know. I'm just gonna have to like kind of see how it goes. But anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!